What is up? Your live Title Tuesday is going to start in a minute. And let's get ready to roll. Welcome in. We should be all in and all set up in a good way this time. Oops, wait. Right. Let's get Twitch. Chat. Hi. Nice and on time. Should show you and your screen from the side. We're still celebrating 5,000 YouTube subs. That's actually funny. We are at 12,000 and change. New York Chess Marty, what is up, my man? Heaven's Laptop, Nailless Beats, Arnode. Alright, first game we're playing a National Master from Brazil, and we are underway in Title Tuesday today. Bushgas Gambit. You know, thought I'd mix it up. Mouse pointer speed. Does not want this pawn. How about now? No, he says. He said no. How about now? Still nothing. Still nothing. Let's try a little rookie 8. Some rookie 8 kind of thing to defend this. A little unconventional. Looking at c6, d5. d5 maybe in one move instead of having to stop here. So c3, for instance. Maybe I just jump for d5. Opponent puts the rook there. I guess rook e2 and h3, right? So it's an interesting idea. All right, let's play with c6. They're probably wanting to put the pawn there instead of the knight. They can also give that a shot. Okay, bishop g5. Bishop g5 stops d5 with all this pressure. However, it gives me my fancy little knight maneuver, right? So check this out. Alright, they play h3, keeping my bishop out of here, right? But check me out right here. Watch me hop, hippity hop. So they're trying to do that too. Alright, let's play h6. Could have gone knight f8, bishop e6, and knight takes e6 with tempo. But I want him back here, so that I'm gonna hippity hop there. The bishop on g5 is... I like it, actually. I like it because it gives me this tempo. They're probably considering just coming back, realizing they're not getting anything out of this pin. They're not getting anything, and they do. So I have d5 or b5. d5, I mean d4 would trap it, but they could take and then take and then back. No, but I mean this has to just like be good objectively. So let's play d5. they can't let me trap this. Oh, but they do. Oh, but they do. Yeah, I mean, I think their position was unpleasant after captures. I think both giving a weak d3 pawn. And what I was probably just going to do is knight takes, and then maybe just grab that bishop. d6. Okay, so they make the most of the bishop taking here. But we are a piece ahead. Let's not just hang f7, though. So, what is the best way to go about this? Honestly, I might just give that pawn and rook e7, rook g7. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go bishop f8. This is a smart idea. And then knight c5. He was giving me some problems, wasn't he? Knight c5 opens this onto f5. I think it was useful there, actually, to take a beat and just figure out the right defensive strategy. At first, I was like, the knight should come here. Like, everything is good. It doesn't even have close to a compensation for a piece for a pawn. It doesn't have an attack, but it's just important to make it stay that way. And clearing the square for the knight was good. Bishop is actually defending well here and opens up this control of f5. So I think that was quite useful. And now this is just out of squares. And then with the capture, my king can tuck in on h7 without worrying about this. I was considering just going here and giving that, because I have the material to spare. Gambit glasses on, almost. Almost. Is this board cut off a little bit? Do I have Lee Chess? Yes. Usually I stream on Lee Chess. I'm also doubly grateful for Lee Chess. Just like how I am on Twitch and chess.com. So, do I have a fancy knight move? No, because rook takes defends. But that's okay. Knight h7 or king h7? Yeah, let's go. Well, I actually do want to trade off for whatever's there. Alright, let's go king and maneuver to challenge it. Also queen, I can challenge with queen. So I know I'm moving backwards a lot. Don't try this at home, kids. But it's the only way I can get rid of this. f4 is being planned. So, okay, let's just play knight e7, and then queen h5. Queen h5 is potentially a problem. Let's just play queen g5, h4. Okay, queen g5 then. And I want to rid of this. Although, maybe I just provided this math. I'm not sure how that works. Interesting. We're all good. Just trying to trade off the most dangerous pieces. H5, E5. They never were able to bring the queen in critically. I'm not sure I did this the smoothest way, but Like, it doesn't look pretty at this moment, but we're about to make some important trades here. Okay, just getting rid of all these guys. Bye-bye. Probably... let's move 4... Nothing clever, right? I just need, like, that. I don't have anything useful to do. What's this one? I should have gone here. I just freed myself. This defense. There we go. Now our extra piece actually does a thing. We're all good. Checkmate on the H line. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? GG. GG. We got an entire rating point. 2704. So yeah, I'm usually right in the middle. Sometimes I play all the way up, sometimes I play all the way down. Mostly I play all the way down, I think. A month I'm not making live? Why? Was I not live for a month? Did it feel that way? I think it was closer to less than a week. All right, wait. Let me get some food. One second. Okay. Yes, I'm on delay. I'm on a 10-second delay. I know what's your name in Leechus. Your name is FMW Grafe. True. Thank you, chat. All right, I think we generally played well here. I'm seeing no real mistakes, by the way. And an analysis score that was... Oh, anyway, I gotta play. Oh, we're playing GM from Vietnam, Nguyen Ngoc Chong Sun. Over 3,000 chess.com. Goring Gambit on the board. He said no. He said no. He said no way. Brutal. An immediate bishop g4. Okay. Very interesting. Can we, like... I guess he wants a long castle. I mean, this line is kind of interesting, right? Knight a5, check. King e7, queen a6. I mean, the normal thing to do is just, like, maneuver the knight to e3 or something like this. However... Alright, what's up? Take. e5. Yeah, if you go with king e7, queen a6, I'm not losing a piece there. You don't have queen g5. Or, well, you really don't. It's blocked. So I target this. Oh, you want to challenge me? You want to challenge me in this variation? He said, please, I accept your challenge. I said, do it. So maybe I missed something. So bishop b5, king e7, queen a6, c6. That's the line he wants to play. Takes, knight takes, queen takes, save the bishop. You just declined a gambit. I could also just play queen a6 here if I don't even want to give anything. Which is probably just better. What, like you play c6, and then I just take it? Wait, but both are such good options. Here, king e7, queen a6, c6, take. Yeah, it's kind of forcing me. What am I missing? Take. I'm not really missing anything. Knight takes, you should probably play. Maybe queen c8, but then trade. Okay, bishop h5. And then even just something like e5. Or just queen a6. Alright, I'll just play queen a6. And just take this. The heckin'. 367, 36. Okay. I guess it's just the one pawn, but still. Check bishop d7, queen a4, 6. Kind of gets nowhere. E5, take. Queen d3, queen d7. 6, 1. Alright, let's just play normal. Just play normal. Or what if I just come after you? Bang. Give me that. So if you castle out of this... Oh, I forgot I was pinned after king d7. Should have thrown in this move or something. Force the bishop there. Okay. Well... Oh no, my queen is hanging. My queen is hanging, chat. Okay, we should trade. Take bishop d7. Bishop e3. Can you trap me? Okay, trap me. Do it, you can't. You can't. King. Well, let's just go with the pawn. Dang. Much time. But I'm just, like, up 2 clean pawns. It's just like, almost completely losing. But this is resignable. I just need to move. I mean, or any capture. Hang on to that, actually. Just do this. g5s, actually. G5. Now, if I had another move, I'll go bishop c2 instead of g5. Or b5. And bishop c2. Rook b7. I don't really think that there. Rook b7. Rook b7, g5. Ah, check. Oh, so they missed that. No, they're losing again. Oh wait, there's rook c4. I didn't see that. That is a frustrating one. Ugh. I just need a move, man. Like, everything's winning. Too much time trouble, William. Like, everything is winning, Christ. Yeah, queen a6, bishop b5, like, both moves were winning. Like, both were winning. And I just, like, spent over a minute on my clock. Come on. Check here, queen 66. I guess this move is better. I didn't really see it. Bishop d3 and then trap of the knight. Here. Over +2. And I grab this pawn. +3.5. Holy. +5? +5.4? +5. That's such a big number. Oh my god. But I just had, it's down 3 minutes to 26 seconds on no increment. Yeah, I blundered this. So then my advantage shrinks to +3.5, which is still a crazy number. Literally, even this is winning. Sacrificing a full rook. Even this. I just have that many pawns. And it's just so solid. It's actually quite an interesting practical choice. And then you just go with this, right? And you also have this. Something we can do. I don't know. This is also winning, but harder. Especially in time trouble. Ah, dude. Don't get kicked out today. I'm doing my best. We're on stream delay and everything. His name is also Jonathan. Man, I don't stream on Lee Chess one time. By the way, Luke plays chess. Thanks for the follow. And all the chat messages are like, why aren't you streaming on Lee Chess? Typically, I stream on Lee Chess. Did I see Lee Chess's new tutor function? It analyzes. Alright, we're playing an FM from Argentina. Desert Lightning resubbed with Prime for 7 months. Let's go get that king. Let's. Thank you so much, sir. Alright, and I have 3 played. Typically, I switch up to this. Catalan. So, these are all moves, actually. All of these are valid options. Believe it or not. These are all valid options. Let's go with b5. Immediately challenges the bishop, and it's kind of like an interesting little thing that makes effective use of this a6. And yeah, what I like about it most is my opponent didn't really know it, and played this move b3, which isn't really that smart. makes this a little soft. For example, knight e4 and check. But I'm just going to do something kind of normal, which is just bishop e7 for now, and I'll probably just trade and push. Let me play c5 first. Actually, no, I like this option. I'm going to take it. Actually, yeah, c5 first. C5 first. Well, there's this d5 option, right? So their point is like knight h4, pin. Kind of weird. So what I was debating is, do I want the b line open? Probably. H4, what am I playing there? H4, c6, cd. I mean, yeah, this is what I want, right? So, okay, let's do this. And I'll take it. So knight moves, opening the pin. I have, like, this move, check, and then back, and then I blocked your queen and guard my bishop, right? It's kind of an interesting option. Check if I want this pawn. G6 is my other point, G7, and I like my position there, I do. After I say bishop b2, I can pressure that pawn. But maybe this is just like a really good option here. Check, and then we're just backing right up. Right, so now I blocked this and I defended my bishop. So now this pawn is free. It's knight c3, but I can. Oh, there's rook b1. Totally forgot about rook b1. I should have come here. Rook b1, I can't, like, no, I can't. Yep, totally missed rook b1. Whoops. Okay, let's just play g6. e1, you got this. Yeah, queen c7, shoot. This is fine, though. This bishop f4, I can shield it. If they want to take with... If they want to make that trade, they can. Alright, this was poorly played and poorly time managed again after I promised I wouldn't. Whoa. It crossed my mind, but I didn't really think this was playable. I guess they got some compensation, but... I didn't ever get to do that. Alright, they don't really have another move. So, okay. Don't have anywhere else to go with my king. Well, yeah. It's not pleasant. Let's make this trade. Yeah, this was a very valid choice by them, honestly. Very valid choice. So, what's the pawn count? Even? Just exchange? Step off this line. Well, queen e4 check, I actually just have to move it. It's not like I was safe here. I mean, this was a problem. I want trade and queen e5 potentially. No, I like white's position. I want that. That's where I'll be safe. Those are honestly probably just my next few moves. Maybe f5 and rook e7. This move. Get away with that. Oh, why did I just completely hallucinate this? Oh my goodness, what? I totally forgot about my rook. Oh, okay. It was really stupid. That was extraordinarily stupid. worry, we have an entire pawn. I guess they can go check and trade their rooks, right? I don't really want that. This is super pleasant. 10 is probably worse. Even rook b7. And they trade everything. I didn't even play that. This. Can I dodge some trades by some miracle? From rook b7? Maybe I just mated. I'll let them experiment with that. Oh, or that. Okay. Not my best game. Really not my best game. That's okay, we'll get him next time. Oh, really? This is actually a really poor choice. What the hell? Wait, what? Wait, rook a8, knight d4 could win? c2. c2. What the heck? Oh my god. I guess I should just draw. I'm just gonna flag. I mean, this final position is probably winning. Like, I go king f3, take, how did... I mean, that's just all the more frustrating. I mean, like, what you should play here is just knight f6, right? I guess they were concerned about take and then, like, king d4. But their king should be able to catch this pawn, right? So, like, knight f6, trade king d6, let's say, if so then their king can't get close. But then they play their knight b6, and then they should be able to catch it with ease. Check and knight e3, for example. Literally just guards on c2 on a defended square. So, not playing knight f6 is crazy. Like, in this position, rook a8, now it's an exchange with a pawn. And then also not to play king f1, but like to take a weird route to c3 that I can stop. I mean, I want to just see this. Oh, I mean, that was crazy work. Okay, they do this. Take here, yeah, was a big mistake. They need king f1. Literally, the only other option is just throw the pawn away and then king f1. So takes, it should be drawn. Right, I should have gone with knight d4. That's what I realized the second time around, but then they did something else. They just took it. Right, so here, knight d4, the point is now if rook a8, what I was going to do is throw in the check. And here, am I missing something? Oh, they take it. They take it. So just c2, check, and then run away. And then I'm threatening to fork. Okay. Threatening ac6 as well. Alright, we're playing an FM from Germany. Round 4 of Title Tuesday. Alright, I like this d4 against the Petrov. Take c4, let's play d5. d2 is his line. Alright, that is a move. I don't really know it. Yeah, that's what I understood the move is as well. I think I can chase this. It might even be the other knight. I don't really know anything. Let's go here. I guess c5 is going to lock me out of the game. I was thinking this check and kind of force f takes. That's kind of what came across my head. But I may not really do anything. Perhaps I should just take it and play bishop d3. Check, bishop d7, a6, fe6. Okay, I'll just take it. Bishop. Maybe this moves c3 first. Here. I think they want this move really badly. So it kind of encourages me to... I like this idea. I would have just played h3, but this is interesting. Especially on like f6, maybe I have like queen h4. I mean, I'm assuming they castle short. Which maybe was a bold assumption. What do you got? You want to do this? You can. Yeah, okay. Let's tango. So b4 is what I'm going to do if you go that way, for sure. The thing about this move is that it is kind of flexible, because they can do this. So bishop g4. I'm really none too afraid of it, if I'm being honest. You can do it. Bishop g4, I'm just going to move this knight. Long castle, I think I have good resources here with b4. Short castle, I'll just come queen f4. Bishop g4 there, e6. e6 doesn't do anything. They're still hedging their bets. Okay, I'll just make a move. What do you got? Pick a side for your king. I can't go queen f4 yet because g5 would encourage that sort of behavior. It's not like I have no useful move to make. I just need to pick a side. Oh, I can't get my queen trapped. So, okay, let's go here, I guess. Kind of weird, but I have the square, and I have this square as well. Alright, now where are you going with your king? It's kind of an interesting way they're playing. d4, I don't know that I want to put a pawn there. I want to put a pawn there only if I can achieve this. Otherwise, we should just kind of take it slow with good control here, like bishop e3, d4. We can shoot here. b4, a4. think I want knight d4. Take. But if they play like f5, then I don't achieve this. Alright, so they want this directly. Alright, let's play knight d4 while we can. So they're going to trade and put their bishop on f5, and then we'll swap light square bishops. Maybe I should have just probably moved my queen that turn. Yeah, queen c1 I think was better than what I did. It's okay. Because now their majority looks strong. Still, they're sort of struggling for a spot for their king. Queen c1 is my next move, whether or not they play bishop f5, yeah. Let's go here. So, I want to break. I've kind of been messing around about where they're putting their king. I'm inclined to leave them on. Well, they would play h4 if I did this, right? Still, I'm inclined to leave them on. Just go here, just some square, and I want to play for this. Okay, and now I have 4. Now you don't even have a 5, or do you? Take, rook takes, but it's ugly. It's pawn. I want this. Oh, if you were here, that would be a dream. Okay, bishop f5 and impending. Yeah, I need rook f1 right now. F5 take, rook f1, nothing. Alright, what if we gambit this? Like, take, and then e6? Or e6 right now, even. Chat, am I a genius? e6 right now? What's up here? Bishop takes, I can take it. Take, queen takes. Yes, e6. Oh, queen g3 to set up e6. Oh, that might have been the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. F takes, then take here. And then I crash through. You have to take this pawn, or else I take the bishop whole. Bishop takes, bishop g6. Oh my goodness, queen g3, setting up e6, chat. Dang. Okay, they're fighting, they're fighting. Do I give check and swing? Do I just eat? Okay, wait, but everything's good here. Let's eat. Let's eat. Come around, right? I thought you need a rook f6 there. That pawn looked kind of just like a little temptation. A little bit of a fish hook for you. Okay, let's play rook d1. That was a good move, I didn't see it. It's a good idea. They had... d5, rook g7. Okay, maybe we should actually just do this. Rook e3 and rook g3. We should just do this. I underestimated the rook on g7, certainly. h6 is also nice because I just don't get mated. On the back rank. Oh no, I messed this up. Oh, how did I mess this up? gross. Ugh. What did you... That was so brilliant, though. No, I just should have done this. This was a nice move. Suddenly I can't get around this darn rook. Maybe I should just be giving checks here, honestly. It's not as good as I thought it was. I mean, this was right for sure. Should have gone for this check here. I overestimated my position here. Take. Nice move. This is not easy to play. It's not really clear. But queen f3 makes some sense, like with rook here coming anyway. It's very counterintuitive, but it's like the king is actually totally safe. Just kind of need to focus on some pawns. And not get mated. Right, I'm still kind of like trying to attack, and there's just no attack. Oh, apparently they just trade everything and I really lose. I guess that makes sense. I'm down a lot of pawns at this moment, right here, and this just goes something like that. Yeah, well, poorly done. What is this opening anyway? I should have gone after this. Seems. Oh, we both hung this. Both hung that. And again. Bishop e3. Bishop e3 is hard to justify because am I putting my knight on d4 or what? I'm just kind of chilling like this, right? Just stop d4, queen c1, bishop g5, just chill. Structurally, that wasn't the best. C takes. But anyway, this became good when I broke through. It's just really stupid after that. Oh well, okay. Never resign when you have a knight. Did I know I am on the Wikipedia talk page for chess prodigies as youngest to defeat a grandmaster? I actually did know that. I actually have seen myself there. Yeah, when I was 8, maybe, I beat Alexander Shabalov in a simul. I remember I just kind of trapped his knight and he just resigned. Just didn't really want to play it. So yeah, helps when he's distracted by 30 other games. But yeah, this was at Nationals one year. I was very excited about it. Yeah, alright. Wild Road. We're about to lock in, though. We are about to lock in, chat. Oh, this guy was also streaming. What's up, Mega? Husseina? Yeah, we got a little bit of a break after round 4. Yep, everybody you expect to have 4 out of 4 has 4 out of 4. Fabi, Magnus, Akaru. Tonight and tomorrow I have chess club events here in New York City. Pawn Chess Club event tonight. And Williamsburg Chess, which is every Wednesday by here. Which is exciting stuff. Chess Tutor Function says I'm bad at time management, need to slow down and not lose with minutes on the clock. But that's not what slow down means. So Lichess has a new chess tutor function, I guess kind of similar in principle to the game review. No, but that's not similar to the game review. But it's like this sort of AI thing that kind of says one of a few things based off of your stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to think about that, if it's possible to make an AI that would like look at your games and replicate, say, what I or a coach would say. I think it's very difficult. Maybe one of AI's harder tasks. National Master from Argentina again. Because there's just so much with chess. It's not like a clear data set. Delayed pushcast. Yeah, people think C3 is really slick. I mean, C3 you do see at a higher level. D3, but I can trade in bishop f2. Yeah, I should do that, right? Guess they missed this. I mean, I'll take queen here, but I have queen d7. Take knight takes, and yeah, I'm ahead. Okay, they seem excited about this line. I also have bishop d7, but yeah, I'm ahead of pawn here, right? Guess they missed that one. Queen d7. And knight takes to defend this. I've never had that position on the board before, but we got it here. Alright, but this is actually a little bit annoying. I mean, not really. I should probably just play a6. So I don't have to deal with this. Or probably this move, actually. I did want my pawn there. But knight f6. Let's say rook e1. Yeah, I think I can just play more solidly by just the very simple a6 and literally just f6. I want my pawn on f6 more than my knight. Look at this. And this pawn parries this, so he'll continue to hop around, but this move's kind of annoying, isn't it? Can you play knight d5 immediately? Knight d5, take, maybe you can. So, okay. We continue to parry that knight. Knight c5, knight d2. I have that square. I also have this idea, right? Then there's like bishop a3, quick bishop a3. Okay, let's do this. This is annoying. I'm finally hitting back. But yeah, a6 parry did that. c4 at this pawn. 6, I had everything under control against this knight. Alright, trying to give that check. Maybe I'd just take the bishop. I also have this breakthrough. If I want it. I don't think I do. I think this bishop on a3 is kind of quite annoying, and I think I'm gonna get rid of it, honestly. Now, as for what to do with you, e6 is nice, but I think b7 is nicer. That's probably your idea, though. I'm gonna play one move, and I want to see what they do. Or, I mean, I should be castling long, right? So maybe it's not smart to just waste a tempo here. Okay, no, it's fine. I'll just play King of 7. I want to see what you do. If you play c4, then I want this, right? And ac6, d5, d4. I mean, I have to take advantage of what that gave up. d5, d4, c6. Or c5, honestly. Probably just c6. Okay, you can go here, and then you can take this if you want. They don't want. They want this square. Yeah, I mean, the way I'm playing with like f6 and everything is like really solid. But it's like as if there was pressure here, and like arguably I should be doing this, you know? Anyway, but we have everything guarded here. Here, I was just gonna go to b5. Or even just like, a direct challenge is not off the table. Just b6. That trade, b5 or something like this. Let's do something useful while we think. Either. I guess I want a rook on d3. I mean, if you're not going to clog the file, they are going to clog the file. Okay. I think we're bringing... Oh, let's just reload. Okay. Okay. I want a rook here. Instead. The Proctor thing is messing up there. This is my new idea. I'm just going to come to e8. This. Wasn't making any progress the other way. This is annoying, right? Maybe I should have just taken this. Alright, I need to play this. I need to just do the thing. I should have done this a long time ago. Doesn't get me anywhere. Rook takes, check, take. Oh, but I have check here, right? Did I see that or did I just go lucky? This is smart, actually. Oh wait, that was really smart because he's forked right now and now I have d4. Okay, now we just win. Takes a 5, d4, d3, d6. I should just recapture. I think that was actually cleaner, but it's fine. Interesting one. I'm curious to see about my technique there. I think I was a little too cautious, actually. But D3 is not really a move I see here. It's knight e5, or it's d5, or it's d4. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff. I've seen queen a4, I've seen bishop e2. I mean, I've seen it all. I've played a lot of Bushcast gambits. But d3 invites this little trick. Yeah, I mean, it's still they have a chance to play knight e5 and work towards equality. But yeah, take some bishop f2 with the queen hanging. Tail as old as time. So yeah, king f2, and we just take it. This was correct, and now we're a clean pawn ahead. And we do a good job here. Parrying everything. ac5. Grab that bishop. I mean, there were other options here, but all these moves were good. This was kind of, I guess, maybe the first time I allowed some sort of intrusion. Just rook d8, and if knight d5, we should have no issue kicking it out. I think, yeah, maneuvering the knight to d4, I mean, it was playable. I guess it just wasn't, like, the greatest thing in the world. But this is all good. It's all, like, minus 1.9. Having trouble making progress. I should just be taking it and coming back. Putting pressure here, and then rook d4. Okay. Knight b5. But this was an idea. I brought the knight to e8 just to keep a knight out of d6 so that I could double. Brought the rook in there. I think I should have done that during all the time where I had nothing to do. That way I had a mobile majority. But, yeah, I mean, the engine wanted them to make this trade. Then, you know, they can attack other pawns here. They didn't want to make that trade. I guess this was really strong takes here. Just because maybe 5 takes. Yeah, I mean, at this point, e4 needs to be protected as well. So, like, here I have, like, knight g5. But we played g6 and f5. And that was really critical. At this point, this is already really good. I have knight d5 coming. I've dealt with all their threats. Like, this is the one thing I had to defend in the whole position. At this point, you know, they had to guard this pawn because they played a4, chasing my knight out of here. And I left that light square bishop on the board. Okay, but then we trade on d5 and I had d4 check. GG. Alright, next game. CM from India. Boring. Let's go. The f6. I'm gonna play this move because they always play a quick check. I want to use this pin for one more move, cd4. They also always play d6. So this is just, I don't really remember what my move is here. Okay, well now I had cd4 with tempo, right? So that actually really worked out. Also, what if I don't even let that be check? Okay, beautiful. That all worked out quite well. And I really like my position now. So yeah, the annoying thing would have been if they could challenge like so, but they can't. For example, queen b3 and d5 I can consider. Queen b3, knight, d5. I mean, that's not pleasant. The other thing is like knight c3, and my position is simply pleasant. Like, let's say just trade bishop. But it's a little bit ambitious. Give it a shot. Because they were so slow on d6, they don't have any way to defend the knight. Knight b6, d5, knight a5, queen c3 hits that. So literally knight b6 and knight b8, I don't even know what else to say for black. Like knight b4, I have d6, right? Knight b4, d6. And then I take, so yeah, knight b8. Alright. Great. So they want to play d6 next. How can I not let them do that? Do I just give this pawn? It's a little bit crick, right? Let's just play knight c3. So d6, do we push? Do I get anything by pushing, though? Maybe d6 I just move. And they play bishop g4, right? Alright, let's play this move. I want a 5. I want to make you play a 5 furthermore. So that I'm not bothered, so. They can do something creative if they want. But. Yeah, do I capture? Okay, 5, I guess, need d7, and then hang on. I don't have to deal with bishop g4 on the right side. So, but bishop f4, I guess I get hit by a pin. Rook e1, similar. Rook e1 is fine. E6 back. Then rook e8, right? Bishop 4. Gotta be careful. My queen is kind of out of the game. I just have to move my knight. I'll defend this all the way. She's not ideally posted. I wanted this a5 move. We're a little slow on it. Alright, let's just make this trade. Not sure this was the best. Okay, they play knight takes anyway. Let's play knight e4 then. No, definitely this. Yeah, knight c5, they're fine in this position, honestly. I could trade that, but I want to keep pressure here. So just need to deal with f2. Put some good pressure on c7, maybe. Why not? Just hangs d5. Okay. This. Just dialing up the pressure and b4. But I should find something creative to do. The thing is, this just defends this part of the board. This is a move. You're so close to being trapped, but it's not trapped. A lot going on. This is a thing to do. Ah, pawn? Oh, they want this. They want g5. I need to guard this. Let's say like this move or something. Okay, now we're threatening it. Slowly built up a good position again. Active pieces. Okay, I'll go for that. I have nothing on the back, right? Just checking it. Oh wait, At least this is kind of annoying. Guarding these guys. But I really hung that. What's their point? Or King G2. That was better. Also allowed for this without a check. D6. I didn't even think that was necessary. I could have just grabbed A6. What is even the point? No, I meant to go to D6. Man, just no way I should be losing these games. Just no way. What happened here? Position's very good. This was a big blunder, apparently. Well, for this exact reason. This, yeah, Queen G6 actually really nice find. This little idea. It's kind of all lost, and I just don't have a lot of time. I mean, not what they did, but I guess if they just bring another rook here. Without getting mated somehow. What is the point? If I do nothing? Oh, well, that's not nothing. I just blocked C8. But, okay. Oh, then Queen of 3. This is the idea. Taking Queen H1. I guess that's what they were going for when they went here. Potentially. They're going for, like, this and this. The E2 square guarded. Interesting. Okay. What is up, RBG stuff? Alright, next game until Tuesday. FM from Germany. Another Goring? Okay, another Goring. Let's see what we get this time. We've gotten D3, we've gotten native 6 today. D5. That is the most common response I get at a high level. None of them want to take this pawn. Alright, somehow I've played 3 Gorings, and I haven't been down a pawn in any of them. But you could be the first. Ah! And we do have a first. We do have a first Gambit acceptance today. Like it. Okay. We played H3 to keep the bishop out of G4. Let's throw in a little rook B1. Alright. So I know this is an idea. I also know like this is an idea. This is an idea. They're all good moves. What do we think, chat? What do we think? I like queen a4. I like queen a4 and shifting her along. Kind of makes h3 a little useless. Because the point was to keep it out. It's quite interesting. Okay, h6. I mean, one of the main points would have been this. Here and here. Or we can go for knight d4. Alright, I like this now, knight d4. Okay. Here. I almost want to see what they're going to do if I give them a move. Okay. Pressure here is annoying, right? Now with that opened up, I love this idea. But this should just have a 5. 4, but I think we should have 5. Right? My opponent has actually done a good job diluting the compensation here. Back here without dealing with this, obviously. But it's not really possible unless it is. Bishop to g6. What am I doing about that? No, but I can't stack because he can take both rooks. He just goes rook e8. Yeah, that's what he just realized too. Or well, I mean, I could take one of these, but just going back. Honestly, I'm just gonna flag. That's the problem. Oh yeah, this is playable, I guess. Honestly, after bishop e5 here, it's kind of dangerous to dark square pawns. I guess he's probably okay. Knife sucks. Poor time management. I just can't. I'm just never used to playing non-increment chess, and I just need to get it through my head. It's like, oh, like I can just play non-increment at the end. But okay, my opponent played actually quite well here. Maybe this is probably just an even stronger idea. Queen d3 directly. Queen d3, provoke g6, just come here. Just move. This was actually really stupid. It's kind of interesting. Should just play around it. Stop g5. What's this? Oh, and a draw. That's crazy. Hit this. Can't defend it. And then just draw the game. Ugh. Okay. Don't worry, chat. We're about to turn this tournament around. Let's just mix it up. We'll play one Sicilian. We'll play one singular Sicilian opening. Two. I know what we like to do here is actually like b8 and b5. Depends. Yeah, h5 is a move as well. Okay. e6 and e7 against f4, f5, right? e3, I'll go knight d4. Right, that's nice, because that's a fork. Are they still wanting bishop h6? I mean, bishop h6, I can trade, I can take c2. I mean, I could go for this. But h5, they would just play h3. I mean, I think bishop h6 is what they're wanting. I kind of want to just play a move and see what they do. Like d6 or something like this. If you play f4, then I can play an a7 without worrying. Let's maybe at b4 and try and grab it. But I want, so f4 is like the only logical progression in the position. They can, yeah, they can waste moves. Something like this. Typically what you play is this move, right? So that c3 opens this. I guess takes, they get their bishop trapped, right? That was my point. Even if there's no fork. So finally f4, now I will take it. And put my knight right there. Against f5. They could play g4, I will play f5. This is what I wanted, really. This is annoying for them, I think. Could play out with d5 or f5. I mean, I could try to go fishing for pawns. Let's play king h8. I think this is inevitable. This is coming. This is what the cool kids do. Put the bishop there, behind that pawn. Oh, that's an idea. Okay. Actually, I didn't really properly consider that. So I need some counterplay, actually. Okay. Underestimate this. King h8 was not smart. If I did a good idea, I should have just played f5 directly. Because then h4, h5, if I had my pawn f5 already, there wouldn't have been g4. Just want to bring them here. I'm not sure they should have done. I think this was their idea. Okay. But take. Okay, we're doing this. compensation. I thought I had one pawn. I don't have any pawns. Okay, one pawn would have been good. It's okay. Should be able to attack this. H6, H5. Not sure what's happening here because they can pressure here and here. Really want this. Fire. We have that guarded though. This is a move. There's a move. I can take and win the queen. That was clever. Still, it's just one pawn. Well, now I have two pawns for the exchange. I feel like it should be vulnerable. Whoa. D6. D6. Knight. Okay, that's an option. I can also do something crazy. This is incredibly bold. Oh, I forgot about this. There's a lot of things that can get me though. Trade on E3 and then just here. Then this sort good. Get rid of the dangerous rook. Then just this move. Something. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm winning it. I think that's a check. Meat. How did I flag? Just so that ain't coming is crazy. I don't even know what to say. I thought this move was check. I think this is a very simple way to win the game. Just trade everything and go. Okay. Whoops. Whoopsies. Not my day, man. How did I flag? I was making so many moves. I was like, move. They were like all pre-moves. I guess my opponent was pre-moving too. I guess people are really good at pre-move, anticipate their opponent's pre-moves, and make them illegal. Right? Like all his pre-moves were legal, was the issue. only want one thing, and it's queen d2 bishop h6. Yeah, queen d2 bishop h6, but with a long castle and h4 h5 with the rook there, right? Exactly right. Well, the underdog, thank you for the raid on Twitch. Appreciate you. Yusuf, thanks for the follow, guys. Alright, this is round 8, so that explains why there's a bit of a delay. What's up, Crystal Babo? T-Skiz, thanks for the follow. Okay, we got 3 more games. We're just gonna do our best in these last 3 games. Yeah, I got 2 events in New York City the next 2 days. Pawn Chess Club tonight, Williamsburg Chess tomorrow. I like going to like these, it's like chess at a bar kind of situations. It's just really chill. Kind of how the game should be played. Spartak, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you all. If you guys are in the New York City area, you should come. Somebody looks fatigued, yeah. Get up early for these. Did I root for USA or Canada in hockey? Canada. You guys know I'm a dual citizen. I live here, but my family is totally Canadian. And yeah, I mean, I grew up watching hockey. And yeah, I mean, what an exciting game. Unfortunately, didn't quite go the way we wanted it to. Dude, what a wild, like, few months hockey has had, because I'm kind of used to watching the sport and caring about it, and not many other people do. It's kind of like the 5th most popular sport here in America. But then there was this TV show that made people really care about it in a very strange way. The show's not really about hockey. I don't think that's why people really watch the show. And then, for a whole different group of people, became a huge point of national pride. All of a sudden, even though, you know, none of these people, either the heated rivalry watchers or the American nationalists, could really even name a single hockey player. But, and it's 2 like completely disjointed set of people. So it's taken on a very strange place in the cultural ethos, I guess. Sure, it'll fade, but I mean, good for USA hockey. They, of course, since famous Miracle on Ice story in 1980. They hadn't won anything. And almost entirely on the back of their goalie, Connor Hellebuck, they won. This is a big problem for them. And the women, too. Although the women were favored. But still, not common. And slightly more common for... I'm thinking about it, and no, I mean, the American women almost never beat the Canadian women. But they were favored this year, and they did win, both in overtime. Yeah, so this is their only way not to get mated. Bishop c1, they have this line knight b4, threatening here, queen d1, c2, forking. So just take it, and take it here, right, we guard b2. +1 for the duels. Yes, sir. I wish you'd look into Bishop's Gambit after d3. The line played d5, then c6. d5, then c6. I do it the other way around. d5, then c6. Interesting. Thank you, Spartak, for the follow. Patrick for the sub. My king go? Probably just short. Let's just go here. I mean, we could, but I don't know what putting the pawn here even does necessarily. This is what they want, right? Maybe I should play knight d5. This king g8, knight d5 takes. This is what they wanted. Alright, I'll trade it. This wasn't doing a whole lot. Maybe a 4. Swing it. Had an okay win with the Von Hennig Gambit yesterday. Nice. Do tell. So, do I want this, or do I want this? Both good. Alright, let's go with f4. Yeah, the rook just come in here. How did that game go? What happened? So I need to parry queen g6, so that was the point of this. Okay, so they still want this move. So if I play rook g3 and takes and rook f1, no, I mean that is really effective actually. The other option is just f5. Likewise seems quite effective. Rook h3 and maybe like f6. Rook g3. I guess the downside is, like, what if they just kind of ignore? Yeah, I kind of like this move, honestly. I feel like it really restricts this. So it's up rook h3, which actually has a threat, right? Rook h3, queen g7, f6, queen g6. But still, like, if I go here, what do you do? Like bishop c6? Because there's too much pressure here to play rook g8. I want this, and then like rook f4. But queen g7, rook f4, then rook g8. So maybe this is a stupid order. Rook h3 here. Rook f4. Or well, no, this is most effective. Queen g7 here and here. This is good. That's exactly what I wanted. We've done everything we wanted. Right, we were able to utilize these squares because the pawn is not there. Okay, now we got him on the run. This is gonna be mate soon. Alright, how do we finish this? There's not a lot they can do. Well, they can play bishop takes e4. So, well, this is the move. But so let's say bishop e4, h6, bishop f5, and then queen f5. Yeah, we're good. We've got it all covered. So importantly, we take away both of these squares, does the bishop. So I can just come in here, and I don't know, you guard it. Maybe rook d8 or rook d7, actually. Rook h6, you have this. And you have queen c5. Here you have bishop e8. I'm really missing things today. Okay. I think this is okay. Bishop 1, queen c5 here. This is clever. Shit. So annoying, actually. Man, wow, we just got nowhere. We just got absolutely nowhere here. Really sure what's happening, actually. Everybody's so stuck. You can probably just take a2. No, I can't. Oh, I gave this square. This wins, yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What is my problem today? Just not my day, man. What did I miss here? This is crazy. This was killer. Completely killer. Here. This is +6. How? Oh, I just go rook g4 anyway, obviously. Oh my god, I was like, oh, the rook is hanging there, and I can't go rook f4 anymore. Okay, so just rook f4, and then I can come here directly. Somehow here they, like, set up a defense. Even so, like, this is so brutal. Yeah, bishop e6 makes a lot more sense. Just get on the other side of this and clog this. Just as, like, a thing to do. Because rook g6, yeah, I gave them one resource, which is d5. But here they actually have nothing. They can never bring any rook to guard this or anything ever. and then nothing stops this. And then mate. Bishop d7. Just here, takes. Like just anything. It's awesome. We didn't win this. And this became very uncomfortable. Yeah, this is even, but then I just hung mate. Yeah, I went queen h4 because I wasn't guarding the square, and then I just kind of forgot here. And I made it. Wow. No, but the thing here for sure is like just look at like your opponent has like one idea, and bishop e6 just stops everything. Like almost nothing at all they can do here as this happens. So that's just really poor execution on my part. Why didn't I take the bishop? Because queen e1 was going to checkmate me. My king was here, and they were going to queen e1 checkmate. Pushkas Gambit. Title Tuesday. I know that flag. Azerbaijan, yes. Ah! Accepted. The f3, that's a slick move. It's a slick move, not wanting to give dc6 as the open capture. Let's get the Gambit glasses on. ed5, classic line. We still stop d4, because we have this little trick, trade everything, trade queens, and then win our pawn back. So ordinarily bishop e2, but then we play bishop g4 and long castle. Bishop b5 is a rare one. Now the point is to get my bishop to d7 and not to g4. However, what if I were absolutely insane? What if I were absolutely insane, willing to go pawn takes c6, even if I put my king there? I'm actually not certain about everything I just said, but I do definitely want the bishop on g4. Really strong stuff, particularly if there's no dude on e2. All right, so bishop e2, bishop g4. Typically, I mate d4 with a long castle in that position. The pin here. So like now, if you short castle, I'm like, okay. I mean, I would love to put a knight on d4 for starters. Could play an 87. Could play an 87. Then after long castles, then it's supported, and d4 is choice as well. But the other thing we could do, I mean, the main target is like this idea. And then if h3, then to sacrifice. But 87 certainly has logic to it. 84. 84, I mean, this is an idea, right? Takes, knight f2, I would have to take f3. What I wanted in the position. I guess their point is they can throw this in. Kind of a weird position. If I play bishop b6, I guess knight g3. Well, bishop b6, okay, I mean, they're going to take it, obviously. Alright, I'm just going to kind of play this with knight e7. Knight e7. Their move was interesting. Had a lot of options here. So I don't really want to spend a tempo saving it when its most effective path was here, and this knight is still useful because it can come to g3. So I'm playing 87 now, d3, but now I'm gonna long castle, and I would love to put it on d4. Did I miss this? Just checking this idea. I think I did. Check. Just take it. Take. I think I did chat. Okay, now they saw it. But now we've got look all this. So knight e5, knight d4. What do we think? I mean, 85 threatens to take it, but it does hang this. Maybe we throw in a check. Maybe we play knight d4. The world is my oyster in this position, chat. Knight e5, knight takes c5, knight takes f3. No, this is just brutal. Yeah, let's give him a little knight e5. I mean, honestly, they should maybe just give their queen. This is really brutal. This is also hanging. Yeah, the bishop d5 thing, it got me to play knight e7. But you also moved in a second time. So we can land with anything there, really. Take, king there, rather. Check here, check. It's not quite mate, so I won't do it. But we got a lot of good stuff here. I don't really know what to recommend. This, maybe? Probably. At minimum, I would take it and then try to grab that. Queen d2. Again, I have a lot of, like, a knight f5 is something I'm considering. Right, just stopping this. Yeah, like, what if I play rook e8 in this position? Like, this is hanging, I should probably just take the stuff. But what if, yeah, I don't know, what if I just bring in another piece? Might have been really stupid. Is there queen g5? No, there's not even really, because I go check. You're gonna lose your queen. Before I take. This is just checkmate in 1. Okay, GG. GG. What did I do wrong here? I only had a 72 accuracy. Okay. You took the pawn? It did not take on c6. I would have dc6, opening up my dudes. Play knight back to f3. Yeah, so this is nice. I mean, honestly, like, my king could, like, you can only, it's only unsafe if you're attacking it, right? It's only unsafe if you can attack it. And they can't. They cannot. So, okay. Knight e4. One, just a long castle and allowing a trade on c6 and c5. This seemed more reasonable to me. Yeah, here I missed just bishop b4. Just like boom, boom. Very strong. Very, very strong. But the competition just overwhelmed here. e5. Pan is strong. There's no bishop on e2 even, right? The bishop needs to be on e2, it seems here. Rook e8. There was queen g5, but how? Oh, bishop e6 check. Ooh. Did not see that. Did not see that. Right, because anything else, there's no other, because king d2 or like bishop e3, the queen just hangs. Knight e4 I take, right, with mate. I did not see that they allow e6. So I mean, the smartest thing to do is just take material. I'm just going to be up a lot of stuff here. Right, so say you play rook g1. Okay, now I kill you with this. Yeah. Smell a YouTube video coming, maybe. An opponent accepts the gambit. Would I play your friend? Yeah, I mean, often I just do streams where I play viewers. So, yes. But join the Discord, guys. Subscribe, follow, to stay tuned on when that happens. Why not knight d5 to cut off the bishop? Oh, that's actually a really good question. In this position. Oh, I guess the problem is you block this, so there is knight e4 again. Because you don't have take to mate. okay, I mean, this is still a way to win. You could take the rook here, just be a material. But yeah, very good question. No, but the top engine move was just eating. And saying like queen e3, taken, then you're just a rook. What was my best tilted Tuesday result ever? 7.5. Got 7.5 twice. Certainly, this might be one of my worst ever. I think I have 3.5 out of 10 right now. Would you look at your line above? Bushcast Gambit with d5 c6. So I assume you mean like this, like totally declined after d3 played d5 6. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's very similar to what I do already, where like if white goes take. I think the problem here is that there's this check, right? But castles, I mean, I'm sure this is, but like let's say castles c5. I get this position already out of just castles and let's see, 6 first. Takes d5. It's interesting though, d5. Maybe it gives them some other options to mess up. Takes c6. So here we have like a little bit of compensation, I guess. This move. This is a fun move because I guess if they take it, no, even that's fine. It's just very solid for white. They haven't done any poor moves in the position, and you know you're down one move to kind of justify like they're close to castling. Everything's solid. There's no real flaws in their position. Okay, we were playing an FM from the Czech Republic. Yeah, Czech Republic. I thought it was Czechia. Czechia. That was our team name at U.S. Amateur Teams, Czech Republic, but C-H-E-C-K. We're so clever. Okay. If I had E5, you'd be in big trouble, mister. Alas. Castle C-B7, bishop B7 could be fun. President's only on 4. Indeed a tough day. They gave me e5 here. Take. No, but they have take h3. Just down pawn. E5 trade. Knight d5 trade. We have 3. Like ordinarily, I like this, but they're handing this to me. I feel obliged to accept. Poor Eric. Yeah, the other thing is, like, I have queen g4. So let's say a g8. Queen g4 provokes a g6. Not too much else I can do with that. Knight's just coming to c6 next. Could try this. Like, do I want them to play g6 or do I want this? Okay, I probably want queen g4 and bishop g5. I don't have anything else to do with that bishop. Right, so all those pawns are on light squares, so this bishop feels really important to them. So h5 or f5, I'll just scooch. Well, they want knight h6 to f5, don't they? Okay, if I'm not achieving this, then I may as well just put the queen here. Now she does some other things. Alright, so h6 isn't so easy now. It's not like I'm pinned. I will take it. And then I wanted to bring you here. I mean, that seems pretty significant. Yeah, I mean, I think we just cooked him. I think this was just a clinic. Quick e5 hit on a knight that had no good squares. He had to come back to g8. We just cooked him. Alright, knight d6 and trade and knight d6 are both good. Their point is king takes. Which, if that's your point, it's not very pointy. You can also just check. Queen has to shift further in that direction, and think about trapping this rook. But bishop f6, rook h7 and g5. But bishop f6, take, or g8, or f8 rather, and h5. I mean, it is really strong, like something like this. But I think it's just stronger just to trade. I'm gonna play rook f8. What's the way through? d6 is interesting. Okay, I actually like this idea. Better than like king takes rook f8. I let them get all their pieces in this. They're just like totally stuck. Right, so this is totally forced. Unless, do they have trade in e5? Didn't really cross my mind. I mean, I could take and take. Trade in e5 is interesting. What are they even thinking about? They can't give me this. Could I have just one? I think they're really tied down, though. Like, honestly, I can... Okay, let's just step out the way. Let's play f3, rather. Let's play f3 so the knight isn't hitting my king on g1. I mean, I really like this. I really like this. I think if this line kept their pieces really bad, like, yeah, it's not as aesthetically pretty. But look how bad their pieces are. Just total dark square domination. Right? I eliminated that dark square bishop, and look at the result of that. So I'm probably just going to maximize here. Play bishop f6 when I feel like it to jump this knight in there, but it's not like I'm itching to trade that off. Right? Because they're also stuck there. Right? Because bishop f6 right now, if you ever want to take that bishop, you can't get mate on e7. And I love how this is just nothing to do with these pieces, just nothing, no moves. And so, I mean, going here and here and here and here, like, stop me, I don't know. I think this was really clever. I could also try to open something up in this vicinity. So king f8, okay, understandable. Bishop f6, it's not really, it's not a lot of urgency to bishop f6. Let's just play here. Oh, right, that would have been the urgency. Okay, f6 coming. Whoops, I forgot that was legal. So, okay, we need to not lose that. Let's keep this pinned, why don't we? f6 knight f4. That's an idea. Takes, what's going on there? Queen g6. No, they're losing for sure. Not a chance. Not a chance. This is pinned in a weird way. Queen b8. The thing is, I have no way to like bust through. I just kind of have to keep them tied down. Yeah, so if I move like queen b, like it's not like I have this breakthrough. h3 probably would have been the best move there, actually, in retrospect. It's kind of a dumb idea that popped into my head, but it is something. If I can get all those moves. Yeah, why not? Maybe they've just been very tied down this game, haven't they? Very stuck. Queen 5, f6, probably not what you want, but I have d5, which is a weird move. Yeah, it's a weird move. With some trades would be good. Okay, this was my point. So take, I can take. Okay, but now we're definitely through. We are very through. We are very through. For example, check. And take. Oh, well, they went there to guard with the rook. c7, but okay, this was hanging in, etc. Nice game, actually. Probably actually a really well played game, perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, you always think that, and then the engine roasts you. Okay, 89. Okay, 89, and we got some brilliance in there. Let's have a look. So this was a closed Sicilian with an ac3. Closed meaning we're not making a pawn trade here. And they play a6, which is a interesting line. I mean, it's a very closed line. Probably no pawn trade for a long period of time. a6 specifically plays against this bishop, right? So this bishop wants to come like here or here, and neither is going to happen. It's just going to be harassed by pawns if it does. So knowing that, right, you should commit whatever you know you're going to do first. The bishop's definitely coming here, and they challenge it on that diagonal. d3, right? I'm not interested in making the pawn trade on d4. And he transpositioned back into like a regular thing. By the way, they've made useful moves, so it's not like this is what I wanted. So d3 is the idea. 6 and h3, e6, castles. Ordinarily, what happens here after say something like d6 is now I play f4. That was the reason I put my knight on h3, by the way. I mean, knight e2 could happen, or f4 and f3 could happen, but the knight on h3 is actually kind of useful. It could jump here or here. Like particularly, imagine this, and my next idea like f5 or something, and then trade, and then knight g5 or knight f4. Also, this e2 square is empty for this knight to jump back to if needed. It can come to f4 and pour in and attack these points. That's typically what I try to do out of this. Like their bishop's on b7, so I'm going to look for whatever hit I can make against their king that's in the middle. In the game, though, they played bishop e7, and they left this option open. Okay, the engine says e5 is just kind of like fine. Like it's like the third best move and wants to go here. What if it just stops me? Oh, and then e5. Oh, because the thing about knight f4, right? It just clears the square, right? So takes. I was calculating this during the game. In this position, right? Material's even at this exact moment, and I'm threatening both bishops. So that's their problem, and then they can take a rook, but then I can take both bishops, and then I'm winning with 2 bishops for a rook. The issue is my knight's just on h3. So if I go for this, then they can just take this knight whole without like allowing a recapture, and here they're just up a pawn, up this pawn, right? We each took 2 pieces. So that's the problem with it. But anyway, e5 I was happy to play and just recapture on g2. Not that I was itching to trade these bishops, but I wanted to force knight g8. It actually wasn't as good as it should have been. Black should have been able to escape this because the position's very closed, so time isn't so much of the essence. Queen g4, a good move, by the way, provoking g6, and bishop g5 as well. But time isn't really of the essence. It's hard to break through to get to that king. Everything's kind of defended, and they probably should be able to play like knight c6, maybe get this knight to f5, maybe d6 if they want. Queen c7, they can pressure this, and the king should find some safe haven because the position is so closed. But they didn't do this exactly right. They played h5, and allowed my queen to slip into f4. So, okay, I want to trade these dark square bishops for sure, right? Because they got all these light square pawns, right? So that makes this bishop very important to their position. The bishop that's on the opposite color of your main pawns, like your central pawns, is going to be a very good piece. It covers all the squares your pawn doesn't cover, and it's very not restricted by your own center pawns, whereas my center pawn is on a dark square, the one that's stuck anyway. And bishop g5 clears the way also for like knights to come to key squares. H5 makes a lot of sense, I think, if the queen's coming to H4, because this is the piece that you just had to bring back to G8, and it makes sense you might want to redevelop it, and it looks like you might have this move, and then knight F5, which looks nice. Right, can't really be driven from that square. What I think they miss is that I can actually just slide queen to F4. Queen to F4, and again, this is counterintuitive. The position's changing because the queen stands in the way of what is ordinarily my main idea in the position, F4, F5, that breakthrough. But that's not happening. I can't get through this. But what I can do is use the holes in the position. I can't break through, which is what I would love to do. I would love to just trade these pawns off and then just kill them with my rooks. I don't have that. It's too solid. What I can do, though, is trade the dark square bishops and then hop around with my knights. And so that's exactly what happened. I don't think they really had the sense of urgency, or knight c6, right? Probably needing, yeah, like d5, something like this. Queen takes d6, which is some sort of concession, because now I can try to dodge this queen trade a little bit, and now I can look at opening some other things. Can I get this open in d4 and get to that king? Maybe, but they should probably be able to escape this. But they just played like knight c6, la-di-da-di-da, and now here comes knight e4, and I've achieved everything I wanted, right? So you can look at like from this position here, like e5, driven them back. We swapped, queen g4, hit them, bishop g5, slid the queen to f4, and now here comes knight e4. So now I'm trading these bishops and jumping into d6. Very strong stuff. So queen c7 they play. Yeah, okay, the engine wanted me to do this. So, okay, king takes e7 is forced, or else this is check, and then I just eat f7. Here, let's say rook f8, and then just wants knight f3. Just wants to reposition that knight, guard e5, and then just be like, you're really tied down, and I'm going to pressure c5 and such. Which is fine. Like, you're not going to wipe him off the board. Maybe like, right, you're just still playing without your rooks until you can open up a file. Maybe you can get in d4 and open something up here. What I liked better, though, was this idea. With knight d6 check, engine doesn't really agree with me. So, okay, I probably should have done the other. Knight d6 check, which forces them to take it, right, because it's check, and I'm hitting f7 twice in that case. Pawn takes d6, and now look how stuck they are, right? So queen b7, and I play f3 as to not have problems on my own king. But look how stuck they are, right? It's kind of a look how stuck they are situation. They can't get out with any of these pieces, as opposed to maybe swapping this one, bring the rook to f8, and maybe being able to develop, I don't know. But okay, the pawn on d6 isn't what I wanted. Of course, I would have loved to land a knight there. I play king f8. Yeah, this was a miss on my part. I actually forgot king g7, and then they could guard this. Bishop f6 should have been played here. Trade, and now this knight can come in to g5. And so I think we got a lot of good stuff. They got to be really careful here. Or g8 here, or g7. Okay, they can survive. They can survive, but it's not so pretty. Okay, in the game, though, I just played rook e1 and allowed king g7, which maybe is some freedom for them. I play your queen e4, and I do miss this move. Queen b8 hitting this pawn could have been bad. Bishop f4, f6. Yeah, their position's solid. Like, the issue is they got all 8 pawns on the board, right? Like, I can't make a pawn break, trade the pawns, free my rooks, right? They can kind of do almost anything because they've got all these squares covered by their pawns. So that's kind of the frustration here if they do this correctly. But, okay, they play rook e8, which is a sensible move in time trouble, just kind of wanting to move your pieces into the game. But now c3, and so now I have d4, d5, right? So even if queen b8 at this point, I have here, takes d5. And now we've got some things starting to open up and some things we can do with the rook, reposition the bishop. So this becomes dangerous for black. You can't mess around with no development for so long. Only if really nothing is happening in the position. Rook h7, right, they're trying to move some things, but now here comes d4 and d5, which is kind of the main idea. And as soon as I break through anywhere, like they're just toast, because like these are their pieces. So as soon as I just break through anywhere and make anything happen in the position, knight f4, nice move. Also, got a brilliant for that. Trying to take g6 here as soon as f6 happened. We covered that, but like, we had just totally crashed through by that point, and the rooks were even useful. GG, interesting one. I think they missed one opportunity there for queen b8, but otherwise I think that demonstrated some important principles. Subscribe. All right, chat. Thank you so much for watching Title Tuesday. Wasn't the world's greatest Title Tuesday. I think I had 4.5 out of 11. Just maybe my worst score in a while. But we'll be back. We'll be back to stream probably tomorrow. Maybe even a versus viewer stream. So follow, subscribe, join the Discord. Appreciate you all watching. And have a great day.